What the? That is wild. Oh. Doesn't matter. Time ring, but that. But yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't matter. Technically, Barry has to take. I mean, Adon, however you say, whatever his weird first name is. Technically, he has to take the time ring off. That's the only way he wins. Alright, what's up, my JRU astronauts? You know, that's our new name or whatever. That's what I decided to call us. We have a special name for us. We the astronauts. Let's go on this voyage of finding these videos, these fire videos to react to. So if you know any of those, you've already been voyaging out into other universes and stuff, you know, send them to me. You hit the IG, hit the comment section. Right now, I'm posting everything I post on YouTube. It's also going to be shorter clips on TikTok. So if you got a TikTok, yeah, you go follow that TikTok right now. It's also up there. Today we got Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. As you can see, I got on. I had to go throw one of my Dragon Ball shirts. I ain't watched Dragon Ball in a long time, man. I'm waiting for Super to come back, bro. A lot of people hated on Super. The end of the Super was okay to me. I liked it. The fighting was good. I need Dragon Ball back in my life. I've been keeping up on the manga a little bit. Spoilers, I haven't been reading it, but I've been keeping up. But we got Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. DC, this is the second one I'm going against y'all. But I honestly don't think Goku Black wins this one. I'm just being honest. DC just lost against Iron Man. No way they do DC like that again. Sub up, sub up, sub up, sub up. Subscribe, man, for more videos like this. Let's get into it, though. Death battle. Let's get it.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice. And the
Reverse
Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
Reverse Flash.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
Zamasu.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
in a death battle. It's gonna be a tough one. I don't know. Honestly, to be honest, I don't know about this.
Consumes the thoughts of a god. What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice. Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him. As the assistant to Universe 10 Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized above all else cosmic order and natural beauty. Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time?
He want to control people.
Let me try. Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity, like some people I know. Yeah,
that just comes with humanity, though.
His heart was clouded until the day he met Son Goku.
Son Goku.
Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus.
And he wanted to be just like that.
Destroyed the entirety of Universe
7. That was crazy.
Cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At
Crazy.
most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction
fight each
they
other,
were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes. And
that's
the
wild.
Shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds. They'd have to be hitting way faster than light. Goku is tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form. And don't forget,
rough translation, Super Saiyan makes Goku 50 times more powerful than his base form. That's just Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan Blue is way crazy. Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament. Whis is the most, bro. Whis is so tough, but the Angel is so tough.
So by that time, he was way stronger. Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities.
Yeah.
Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition. So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation.
When it stole his body.
Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe. And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
That was probably the best concept of Super.
You couldn't be more creative. No, you might be wondering, why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun.
He wanted to be Goku.
All of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man. And in Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily
I maybe watch Dragon Ball.
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
I haven't watched old Dragon Ball since a kid, bro.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rose.
Really?
That's so tough.
Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love. Goku's techniques too. Like
okay, let's look at what he got. God Ki. The Black Kamehameha, Black Powerball, Divine Lasso is so tough. To all my Xenoverse 2 players out there, if you played that move is OD tough. Flight, God Split Cut, Telekinesis, Instant Transmission, Planet Bomb, Regeneration, Sickle of Sorrow, Thunder Shock Surprise. Super Saiyan Rose matches and potentially surpasses Super Saiyan Blue. Timer. Maybe stronger than Super Saiyan Blue.
Signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a
Kamehameha,
Kamehameha, but
Black.
pink. And with the Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to
The
kill.
beat.
Which
Yeah, that's what
really
happens in the
sucks for
Saiyan.
the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used
just
his
decided to
powers
destroy
to
it.
their full murderous potential. Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He uses this
That's so
very
tough.
technique to
Kill Chi-Chi
Goku's family.
and Goku.
He can even extend this
Tough.
keyblade into a huge
That's the littest part of that arc to me. When Goku, the actual real Goku, finds that out, when he goes berserk for like those 2 minutes, is the best part of Super.
The Azure Dragon Sword, which along
Oh
with this
my
Kamehameha confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind. Actually,
Huh.
Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
Yamcha.
And he can make a scythe and slice
Yamcha's
open
so
space-time
trash,
itself
man.
to create a bunch of
Used to be
shadow
tough.
flows.
So trash now.
Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master. This ring allows
Doesn't he have
Black to
two?
travel
He has
through
his
time
own.
and even escape into
He has his
future
own.
alternate timeline.
Because
where he
Zamasu has
free
one, and then
reign
Goku
over
Black
the
has one.
entire universe. And let him team up with his best bud, himself.
Zamasu.
Too
Yeah.
bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait,
They
isn't
transform
Zamasu
each
in
other.
Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black
it's
existed
confusing.
before Zamasu came up with the idea. And then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway, but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
It's
Sure,
confusing.
it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing
Time is not
Black's
relative.
time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline.
That's tough.
So killing him in the past
Doesn't do
changes
anything
the
to him.
future and vice versa.
'Cause he has a
He's
time ring.
almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another
Point in time.
and another
And
and
another.
another.
Because it's time.
Another. Oh God, I hate time travel.
I hate it too.
Black is crushed.
That's time travel, bro. Is one thing that it's gotten so crazy. So many people are doing it now. Like every movie, everything. It's getting confusing. It's kind of hard to deem what like if we try to create time travel, it's kind of hard to deem what would we try to base it off of now. Because it's so much. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe
Somebody
to
just
become
subscribe
one with
to our
everything.
Twitch.
Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here. It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to
Did I get
step in
another
and
subscriber?
erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage.
That's crazy.
Antonio Soprano. I say something. I can't get caught with this. You take this meeting, right? And you say to yourself, this is the last time I'm ever gonna steal something.
We got 2 new subscribers, man.
Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end,
Goku.
he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power
His
meant
body-
nothing against a being that
Zeno,
would always
that
be
can
stronger, no matter
just
what
erase
he
anything
did
he
or
wants.
who he was. And the universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic
Boom, boom,
joke
boom.
with
Vegeta was
no
going at
one
it.
left
Boom!
to laugh.
Future Trunks. No, Future Trunks power though too. I thought he was gonna go Broly mode.
Now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Nah, Goku Black was wildin'. No, that was a great part of the show.
Barry Allen, the Flash.
Oh
Is
god.
one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne. Alright guys, we've tackled a lot of stupid names for things
Eobard
in our
Thawne.
years here at Death Battle. But I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely
Eobard.
obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's
See,
no ways.
that's one thing I can't say. DC fans, I'm not that big on. Only DC person I was ever big on was Batman. So I'm not really big. I don't know. This is interesting to me. I don't know anything about Flash, like Reverse Flash, really Flash in general.
Changed the day he discovered a
I was always a Marvel guy.
from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to
found
replicate
what
the
happened.
Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
That's when Thawne found out that Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life. Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't
So
special.
he's a stalker?
He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my sister did.
I think of that meme with him in it
When
now.
Thawne visited the Flash Museum,
If you know the meme, you
time,
know the meme.
He discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? The shock drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest
enemy.
And I guess also ensure his own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize
Wow.
the Flash family in the past.
That's kind of
Revenge in
that
the
arc.
past.
That story
He'd
seems
become
crazy.
The Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash.
Hold on,
Really
look,
said-
go back real quick. Look at his likes and dislikes. A.K.A. Professor Zoom, Mr. Sinks, originally from 25th century. Professor of Flash Museum, so he was the professor of the Flash Museum. Once had plastic surgery to look like Barry. Likes Barry, likes Barry, likes Barry, like dislike. He's obsessed.
Become the Reverse Flash.
He's obsessed.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today. Huh,
He's going
man?
crazy with the
Thawne
hand.
draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's
Superhuman
powers,
speed, superhuman
including
strength, accelerated
his
healing,
mind-bending super speed,
Cyclops,
enough to travel all across
high
time
flight,
and
voice,
space in
invisibility.
days. He can keep up with and surpass
No way
other
Goku Black
speedsters
runs this.
like Barry and Wally.
We lost.
Who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even
What?
beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any care for collateral. Take,
What?
for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital
A
organs.
person?
And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's
He
vibrations
killed
are
his
so
wife that way?
powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
What?
Crazy sounding.
No
But
way
even
Goku
B-tier
wins this.
speedsters
No way
like
Goku
Jenny
Black wins
Ogden
this.
can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create
Wow.
shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. Instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds
No,
like
he's
your
OD.
sex life,
No
huh?
way Goku Black wins this.
But Thawne's greatest ability is his
And you can
unmatched
see-
skill at time travel.
I'm a
And
Dragon Ball
his
fan.
expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself
He erased
from
himself,
the time
yeah.
stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could. Push him down some stairs. Retcon his best friend from history. Kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
That's another big difference.
Oh,
between
he's
Thawne and
demonized.
Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival,
Whoa,
the
he's
Flash Museum,
wild.
and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And
Oh,
when
no,
she
he's
still
deep. He's
rejected him,
different.
he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster.
No, yeah,
But
he's
wait,
no, that's a
impossible.
menace.
Grandpappy paradox or whatever. If
He
you went
runs
back
in Black
time
Air
and killed
Forces,
someone,
doesn't he?
They'd be dead in the future, which means.
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Yep, that's a fact.
Actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically,
broken.
temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself.
Nah, bruh just crazy. He's different, bro.
More specifically, he became a living paradox.
Huh?
A being without a past or future. Literally without continuity.
He just
Not only did
exists.
this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman. Vaporized by Iris in some sweet
What?
effect. Or getting Dr. Manhattaned by the big blue god dog himself. Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than
That's
anything,
wild.
it made him immune
He has to
from
win then, so he can't really die.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do
Prediction,
whatever
quick prediction. At the end, I believe Zeno comes in and erases them both. That's his prediction.
He was impossible to stop with no reason to hold back.
But if he erases
survived a
Bond,
hit from Barry while he had
still,
the entire Speed Force of
doesn't
Tokyo,
matter.
and
He
even
comes
Bond's
back, no
infinite
matter what.
mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star.
Huh?
A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to
No.
the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really
Yeah,
hate
nah.
Barry if a son
Goku
to the face
can't.
can't
Goku
take
Black
him down.
can't win
But
this.
he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline
All comes from
shattering
his love
threats,
for Barry.
all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time
With
with
Barry.
his hero.
That's
really sad.
His
stalker
costume
stuff.
says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash.
He wanted to be
the
Flash.
Kid Flash. All Thawne
Oh.
ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not
What?
entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne.
He just killed
reset his
that
timeline,
adoration.
removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy
Kid.
Flash fan once
Oh,
again.
okay,
It's
okay.
comics whiz, he'll be back. And when he does,
Yeah, he will.
there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And
What the-
time
bro,
is
he's a
always on
demon.
his side.
He literally runs with Black Air Force.
Take me. Even death can't catch me.
That's technically that's a fact.
All right, the combatants are set.
Let's
For all possible-
get ready to rumble. Who y'all got?
First, let me tell you how to reverse things. in
I'm
the
a ride with.
in a flash.
I don't think it's possible, but I'm riding with
This
Goku
episode
Black.
is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Skip, 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 skip. Let's get it. Back.
Oh!
Yes, sir. I'm going with Goku Black because I got the Dragon Ball t-shirt on, but I think Flash wins it. The Reverse Flash wins it.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who...
See, that's a meme. That's a meme. That was a meme. That was a meme. That was a meme. He was finna do it. That was the voice and all. Oh my god. Is he drinking wine? Drinking coffee to wake up?
Sinners, prepare for
To die.
divine justice.
Yo, Menace, 2 Black Air Force energies versus each other. Negatives cancel each other out, right? Oh, he broke his mug. Oh, it's the up time. Blasting at him. He just...
Sir, I'm in need of your services.
What the... That is wild. No, that's wild. Oh, look at... Bro, oh my god, look how fast he's going.
Okay.
He vibrated through and paused. Oh, he hit the... Oh, blew him up. Grabbed him. Oh, rose.
Is it not beautiful?
Oh, it's definitely beautiful. Boom! Dang! Oh, he minking this stuff. Oh my, planet to planet. No, don't run, don't run. Ah! No, he on him. He on him. Oh, he's gonna tee up though.
I'll end this fight before it even began. Death in reverse.
What the?
Magnificent.
He on his butt. Don't tell me you ran into a trap.
Mortal sinners, prepare for divine.
Oh! Doesn't matter. Time ring, but yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't matter. Technically, Barry has to take. I mean, Don, however you say, whatever his weird first name is. Technically, he has to take the time ring off. That's the only way he wins. Somebody gotta get that time ring off. Sweet. Oh my God, the same thing's happened over and over. Dang. Doesn't matter. You gotta get the time ring off. Vibrate it. He's right back. Oh my God. Is that Quicksilver? You gotta get that ring on. Nah, right now Goku Black easily winning this fight. Oh my God. Yoking him out. He got a ring off! Oh, GG. Fatality. Damn! He threw him into the sun. Whoa, that was tough. Told you had to get the ring off. I told you that was gonna be the key. He got that ring off. Cause look, he's already a paradox in himself. So there's nothing that Goku Black could have did to stop him being a paradox. There's nothing he could have did. He doesn't have the speed to be able to do that. It looked like he was traveling, but he couldn't do what he could do. That ring is the only thing that was making him basically a paradox. You get that ring off, which he was gonna do. Yeah, that was inevitable. Once he figured that out, probably like, yo, he was probably in one of those timelines. What that shiny ring do? Took it off. GG.
To figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean,
but it doesn't matter.
As big as a star is really badass.
Because he's faster than all that.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive, they were removed from time itself.
That's wild.
Living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
Facts. So he had to get the ring off.
Who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thon definitely had the edge.
Had the edge.
Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but
that's
Thon is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate.
Okay.
There are numerous examples of this from multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thon was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
After all, Thon once generated enough energy to counter the destruction
of the universe.
Entire DC universe.
That's wild.
Which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's
what?
over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's universe.
That is
It's
wild.
sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and
the stuff you can't calculate.
Than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is
there's
way
no way
too
he's
wide to be able to
too
just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big.
Like,
and remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
It's also important to stress that Goku Black
is crazy.
Not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to match higher levels.
That was Goku. That was an L on you. Yeah, that was a Goku. That's an L.
Zamasu took Goku's body because
you ain't Goku. That's what ended his demise anyways.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring,
it was
Reverse
over.
Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age.
That's a
really
fact.
Screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black was
I knew it. I was telling you, you got to get a ring off.
Experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely
that was a tough fight.
underwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
That was a tough fight.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Alright, that's the end of the video. Let me know who y'all think should have went down below. I called it. I called it. Either Zeno was gonna have to come in and beat both of them, but I called it mid-fight. You had to get that ring off. That ring was what's important. But my astronauts, man, like I said, show me your voyages. Tell me what videos I should watch next. Go down there in the comment section, IG. Go follow the TikTok, importantly. Follow the TikTok, follow the TikTok, follow the TikTok. Subscribe. I love y'all. I am